is happening? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the first video. This is going to be the second one, which is a full day of eating for me. I'm going to put up all my macros and calories and expenditure in this video as well, and I might put a little bit of my training with a voiceover or something like that. But meal one is about to go down, and it's obviously going to be a bowl of protein oats, which is the same breakfast I've had for the past 3 years or so. It's quite a rare occasion if I don't have protein oats for breakfast. It's almost ready, so it is oats with 30 grams of protein, 100 grams of blueberries, and 20 grams of peanut butter, which I think is about 537 calories or something like that. I'm not too sure, but I will check later on and put it up there somewhere. So I'm using this is the chocolate orange whey just now. Absolutely banging. I've only just started trying it and absolutely incredible. And if you're not making your protein into a custard, you're not doing it right. So, you know what's the funny thing about bodybuilding, right? When you start, breakfast, lunch and dinner is not a thing anymore. It is meal one, meal two, meal three, blah 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 blah. You don't have, I'm a little bit peckish after training. It's a post-workout meal, if you haven't noticed. One thing when you start this whole bodybuilding malarkey, trying to scrape out every single gram of this, every single gram. Here we have it, meal one, breakfast. Try and get quite a lot of food in before I'm training, so I'll have this, and about 2 hours later I'll have a pre-workout meal, which is pretty similar, to be honest. It's just cream of rice instead of oats. Really easily digestible and sits really well in my stomach as well. Right. Back again for another meal. So this is about an hour before I'm about to train. It's mostly carbs, a little bit of fat. I say that's what we're looking for. Easily, readily available fuel source. Perfectly what you want for your train. So this is 80 grams of cream of rice. I'll be adding 100 grams of blueberries and 25 grams of dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, good for the brain, and also it's good for vasodilation, which means a better pump, which means better mind-muscle connection, theoretically. I'm not too sure how accurate it is, but at the end of the day, it just fucking tastes good, right? Cream of rice, people make it so many different ways. Add in water, mix it, microwave it. I literally just put boiling water over the top of it and mix it up till the consistency I want. Sometimes I like it thicker, sometimes I like it smoother. I don't know, ruddier. But this is kind of what I go for. If you can see that, it's pretty thick. So it's almost like a cake. That's what we're going for. 100 grams of blueberries and 25 grams of dark chocolate. So, more food. Welcome back. We are just finished training, so we're going to have some chicken and rice and chill out for a little bit, walk the dog, and then just take it easy for the rest of the day. And I'll see you for some more food in a bit. He's eating as well. What you got? Got some biscuits. You know, both eating. This is probably the most bodybuilding meal ever, chicken and broccoli, rice. But, to be honest, it tastes good. And at the moment, I'm not using any sauces, just salt and pepper. One, because I feel like I don't need it. My appetite's not absolutely starving yet, so I don't need that kind of like extra flavour from sauces, if that makes sense. I can just eat it and feel really content at the moment. So as later things go down the line, I will probably, flavour fatigue is going to kick in quite a lot. But I'm quite happy just having it just as it is. As long as you don't burn the fuck out of anything and just season it really well, it tastes good. That's it. So anyway, gonna have this and I'll see you in the next one. Back again for more food. It's not even very exciting to be honest, but it's just something to tide me over until dinner. Have some rice cakes with 30 grams of jam and a little protein pudding. These ones are the best ones, the caramel ones from Aldi. They've got another ones like the Everest ones, which are terrible, I'm going to be honest. So those ones are much better. And what you got? Nothing, sorry. It's not dinner time yet. Here we have it, next meal. I'll try not to spill it everywhere. Bolognese. You know what? I really fancy pasta. So usually I'll probably have potatoes, but I just really fancy pasta, so fuck it, I'm having pasta. I've got that much calories to play with, I can pretty much fit in whatever the hell I want at this point. As things go down, yes, it'll be a case of trying to get as much volume in as possible, so pasta's not going to be in there. Very much just be rice, potato, sweet potato will be my main carb sources, and that's it. But at this point in time, I can have pasta and I can have some cheese on top as well because I have enough fats to play with as well. So that's it. I'm going to neck this down. I'm going to watch a bit of The Boys. If you're not watching that, you are missing out for sure. It's one of the best TV series I've seen in a long time. So going to sit and watch that, scran this and chill out for the rest of the night now. So that's me done. I've got one more meal to have after this, and it's a case of like, I call it a macro filler. Basically, try and fit foods in that are going to fill out the macros as much as possible. So make sure protein's hit, make sure my carbs and fats secondary are hit as well. So you'll see how we do that. Very much playing around with MyFitnessPal, knocking off grams of whatever I need to. So no set quantities or anything. It'll be like, I'll have 23 grams of peanut butter, for example. It's a case of very much fiddling, but I want to be as accurate as I can for the whole of this prep. So, and that's it. Right, see you next clip. I'm starting. So it's time for my last meal of the day. It's just after 9:30. So about 12 hours from when I started eating this morning. Well, as I said before, this is kind of my macro filler meal. I'm going to do a screen recording on how I basically decide what I'm having. So that'll just come up on the screen probably here because my face is there. So I've got 674 calories to play with, 30-ish protein, 80 carbs and 20 fat. Right, so I've done this loads of times, so I kind of have a rough idea at what I want and what I'm going to have. So fancy a bagel. So we bagel thin, and I need a spread for that. So I've got this waffle spread from Aldi, which is incredible. Just based on all those caramel waffles you're supposed to put in like coffees and stuff. It's that and a spread. It was great. I did that or Biscoff. Banana on top of the bagel, 50 grams. I kind of just put in the quantities that I normally have and then fine tune it at the end, right? So cream of rice, because I know I need some more carbs, so we'll try 80, see what happens. Some frozen fruit for that, so we're going to do raspberries, frozen raspberries, 60 grams. And we probably need more protein, so I'm going to try this unrivaled protein powder, 30 grams, and see what we've got. So over by 16, we're down on a lot of fat, so let's add some fat to that. So do some peanut butter, 20 grams. Right, so over on protein, bang on the fat, and carbs we're going to be over, and we're over 135 calories. So again, at this point it's just a case of fine tuning it. So let's drop down the protein firstly. So let's do 20 grams of the protein instead of 30, and let's drop down the carbs. We'll go like 60. Right, so again, over by 30 calories, not too bad. Protein's now spot on, fat's spot on, and carbs are going to be over if those two are there. So let's drop down the cream of rice a little bit more. Where cream of rice? So let's do 50, see where we are. in by 3 calories. There we go. Just like that. I'm in the wrong bit. So if you can see... No, so I'm going to focus. Right. So in by 3 calories. And that's just how we do it. So that's us finished. I'm going to show you what I've made in a second, but total calories for the day, 3,430, 225 protein, 70 fat, and 475 carb is what we're shooting for. Rest days are slightly different. So less food, so 3,140 calories. Protein stays the same, 225. Less carbs, reason being I'm not training, so I don't need the ready available fuel. So that's going to be less, obviously. So expenditure's less, so I don't need as much food. And fat is up at 80. Reason fat is up at 80, it's good for recovery, and also it's good way of getting the calories in without the carbs. And also I enjoy a little bit more fat. So on those days I tend to definitely have salmon for my last meal. Lots of peanut butter because I freaking love peanut butter. Sometimes like avocado, eggs and stuff like that. I do try and keep it a bit different when it comes to dinners and my evening snacks, but breakfast stays the same and lunch stays the same as well. And also pre-training, definitely always the same with that cream of rice meal. Anyway, so I'll show you, I'll come up here maybe in a wee window or just a wee cutscene of what I'm having here, but I'm going to leave this one there. Thank you so much for watching the second one. Not too much from Ashley today. She's been working all day, and also our food are completely different. But imagine she will do a full day of eating, or we'll do a couple's full day of eating, and yeah, that'll be that when her prep starts, which we update on that. She thought it was going to be in a month's time, but she starts in 5 days. So she starts on Friday or Saturday this week, so she'll be joining me a lot sooner than we thought, which is awesome. Maybe not for her, but this is awesome. Right, thank you so much, and speak to you soon.